my Glam family, it's your girl Angel Marie. Just got a job at Ulta working for MAC Cosmetics, y'all. Like literally, it is huge to me because I would have never thought, like, because I've been wanting to get into the beauty industry, but I just didn't know how. And where I live, it's a very small town, and better yet, we don't even have anything. So pretty much I have to go to another small town to work for Ulta, and the only options to step into the beauty industry to get like more experience, especially when you're trying to get into makeup and stuff, you have to work in retail. So that's like pretty much the options there from where I live. If you live in like a bigger city like Chicago, New York, LA, there's more opportunities there when it comes to like the beauty industry. So right here, I'm just relaxing because I just want to just sit here and tell you guys like how I ended up getting the job. It happened unexpectedly. I can say this position working for MAC, it opened out of nowhere, and I was being informed that it was open. But before we get into that, let me just start from the beginning. So with that being said, go ahead, relax yourself. If you are at home chilling, get your snacks, grab your teas, grab your coffee, grab your juice, whatever you got, get you some water, and let's just sit and relax and talk. I'm gonna go ahead and start from the beginning of how I ended up getting the job working for MAC. I'm gonna try to take my time to explain everything so I could remember what all had happened. So I could remember, like, I was close to graduating, and you know, job searching is very hard. I've been wanting to work for Ulta for a very long time, and this was not my first time applying for Ulta. I remember a couple years back, I applied and I kept calling to do a follow-up on my application, and basically I never got a call back. And one time they answered in a very professional way. I forgot how they said it, but it was like, you know, stop calling. If we think that you are qualified for the position, we'll call you. Yeah. So when I got that message, I'm like, you know what, whatever. But yeah, I didn't get a call back. So I was very disappointed. I was working at Big Lots at that time, and at the time it was like the pandemic. It was during the pandemic, and businesses are starting to open up again. But I've been working at Big Lots for about a couple years. I mean, like just like a year or so. And I've been trying to wait for Ulta to open their store again, so I'll be able to apply for a position there. So they did reopen their store, and that's when I applied, and you know, they never called me back and all that stuff. And then I used to work for Sally Beauty, and I only worked there for like almost a year. Not really long. Sally, where I was working at, they were not very flexible with my availability because I had school at the time and I couldn't miss class or anything like that. And another co-worker was also in school, so it was like an either or type situation. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna just quit the job and move on. Okay, so fast forward to the present, this year. So basically I was close to graduating, and like I said before, the job search was very hard. And I had been going, like, I was thinking really hard of applying to Ulta because I was like, I never wanted to work at retail anymore. And you know, because my past experiences working for retail is just like, it really impacted me in a negative way. Because, you know, sometimes dealing with the public can be hard sometimes. And I was just got that motivation, like, I don't want to work retail anymore. Yeah, I was thinking long and hard because since I was close to graduating, I was trying to find a full-time job to at least help me stack my money up, to save money and to put some money in my pocket and everything, so I'll be able to do stuff for myself. And that was just my goal, because my dad always talks about finding a steady job and everything. Just finding a job that would give me a steady income. So that was what I was trying to do. But at the same time, I wanted to get into the beauty industry because you guys know my passion for makeup. And I had been praying months ago about like, how am I able to step into the beauty industry, because I told God, like, listen, you know I have this passion for makeup. Where I'm at, where I'm located, there's not a lot of opportunities. And I really want to step into this because I feel like I'm led to pursue something like this. And I even took it as a sign. There has been a few people that have asked me to do their makeup and everything, but I had to like decline because I wasn't comfortable yet, because I never did anybody else's makeup besides my mom. And I just don't have the tools, the kits, or anything like that to do anybody's makeup. And plus, I want to be in a space where I'm very comfortable, you know, because I don't like working and I don't like going to other people's houses because I don't know what their environment is. And I want to be where I'm very comfortable, that I could do the best work that I can. So that is my thing. And honestly, I never had this, and I'm not going to lie, I never had this desire to be like a makeup artist or anything like that. I just wanted to just be a makeup lover and just, you know, let my passion for makeup just shine through, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, I just have that desire to do it, you know? So I just took it as a sign, like maybe I should pursue this. And that's when I just decided, like, you know what, maybe I should take into consideration of maybe like working at Ulta or Sephora. But anyways, like I said, I was thinking long and hard about it before applying to Ulta. But the store that I'm working at, I already knew some people over there that was working there. Like, I met them before, they know me, I know them. So, and I had their contact information, like on Facebook, you know, phone number, you know. But I was just curious about the work environment, because I'm very like picky when it comes to the work environment. Because if it's toxic and there's micromanagers, there's people in the work environment that are a bunch of, you know, buttholes, I don't want to work around that. I know that a lot of jobs are not perfect and there's going to be those type of people everywhere you go. But it's just, I don't want to be in a toxic environment, because that's going to impact me mentally. And I don't want to be that type of person that I am not motivated to come to work, or I'm just, you know, just slagging and just don't have that energy because the environment just drains you and you just don't want to come into work. You know, I want to be able to enjoy what I do. I want to be able to be happy, you know. So that's what I look at when I'm searching for jobs. But anyways, so I just reached out to a couple of people that I know to ask them about the work environment there, since they've been there for a few years. So they pretty much got like a good grasp about how Ulta works and everything. So I asked them about the work environment and how the managers are and how you guys feel, like, you know, things like that, because I was very curious. So they was telling me like everyone gets along for the most part. The work environment is very nice. And they said, because they know my desire and my passion for makeup, I should say, they know about that and they think that I should join. So I'm like, okay, because I said I am thinking about it. But I did tell them that I am close to graduating and I'm just trying to find a job. I was just very curious. And even though I'm like, I was not even thinking about working retail again, but basically just to get into the beauty industry and to try to learn about makeup, just being around that environment of where you're passionate about, I feel like that could be a great benefit for me. I could learn more about the brands, and just being around it all the time, I could gain more expertise and knowledge, just experiment with like different makeup products and things like that. I feel like it'll be a fun job. So I got done talking to them about it and everything, and I appreciate them for taking the time to explain what they think about the work environment, things like that. So after that, I was still pondering, like I was still thinking hard, like, should I do it, should I not do it? So I was just thinking like the pros and the cons of things. I just feel like, because since I have dreams and goals for my future when it comes to makeup, like, long story short, one day I want to have my own makeup brand. And I just want to be able to learn more about makeup and be around it, to gain more knowledge about the market in the beauty industry, what's missing, like what is lacking and things like that. So I'll be able to include those into my brand someday. And it's a big dream. Like it's like unimaginable. Like it's like bigger than me. That it sometimes intimidates me, because there might be some setbacks, like how am I supposed to pay this, like, because you gotta have enough money to open up a makeup brand, especially if you want like a wide makeup line. And that was my goal, and just being able to stand out from the rest, you know what I'm saying? Because I want my makeup brand to glorify God most of all, and I want to be able to show diversity. I want to show that, it don't matter who you are, it don't matter what skin type you have, it don't matter what skin tone you have, there's always something for you. And I just want to express love of Christ unto others through my makeup brand. So that's what I wanted to do, and just be that brand. Like, it's not always about profit. It's more about caring about your customers. You care about people. You care about their well-being, and you simply care about their beauty needs. I just pray to God to grant me the guidance and the strength and how to be able to make this a reality. Because if I have a vision for it, it's been given to me for a reason. Even though it seems impossible right now, it seems like I don't know where to start, how to start, how could I take off from here? It's usually things like that happens, and God will end up surprising you later down in the line when it is his time. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that. But anyways, back to Ulta. So I did ended up applying for the beauty advisor position, because that's what was open, and I was planning to follow up on my application. I was planning to go in person instead of calling, and I was going to dress like I'm already working there, okay, because I want to make a good impression. So the lady that works for MAC, she know who she is. I was telling her about me applying for the beauty advisor, and I was telling her my plan, like going in there to make a good impression. I want to dress like I'm already working there, and she thought that was a very good idea. So that was my plan, and I was going to go the following week. So the following week came, and I was planning to go ahead, get my makeup done, dress up like I'm already working there. I was wearing like all black, you know what I'm saying? And when I was in the process of doing my makeup, she texted me saying that there has been a position that opened, a MAC position, open part-time. So like 25 hours a week. And she said they just opened it. And the manager was asking like who she recommends, who she think that would be interested to apply for that position. She told me she was thinking really hard, because at first she wasn't coming up with anybody. But she was really thinking. Then she ended up thinking about me, and she was like, you know what, I know somebody. So that's when she reached out to me about the position. So that text caught me by surprise, because I'm like, what, Mac? Like, what? So I was like, yeah, like that is a great opportunity, especially if I'm trying to get into the industry. Yes, that is honestly would be great. So she's like, awesome. So she will let the manager know. And I said, since I'm about to head over there, I can go ahead and go talk to her about it, since I'm pretty much getting ready to go over there anyway. She's like, okay, I'll let her know that you're coming. So I was just surprised. I was shocked. I was like, what? Really? Because working for MAC, because I always thought, me personally, I thought like you need to be like a licensed like makeup artist or something like that. You need to be licensed in order to work for MAC. And me, I haven't went to school yet about, getting like a certificate or anything to be like a professional makeup artist. And I didn't want to go to cosmetology school because I'm not trying to do hair. And from what I heard, they don't really teach you much about makeup at cosmetology school. So I'm like, what's the point of spending all that money to go to cosmetology school if I'm not going into the area that I want to be in? If that makes sense. So it's like, I don't want to waste no money at the same time. So I do want to take an online makeup course and get certified there, because there's not really like a makeup school where my location is at. There's no makeup school. So the only option is to either self-teach yourself, or you can just go to school online, and that's basically your options. But yeah. So I was like, wow, I would have never thought I would be qualified to even work for MAC. So fast forward, I went to the place. I did talk to the manager. It was not like an official interview. It was like, she was saying like, tell me about yourself, and basically telling her about like me graduating recently. And I was telling her about like my passion for makeup, and I feel like I'm being led to pursue it. So I wanted to see where things go when it comes to that. And she basically was listening to what I'm saying, and she asked me if there's any questions about like Ulta, about the position, things like that. And I remember asking her like, is there like opportunities to grow within the company? And she told me there's a lot of growth. And basically like there's different type of positions that you can be in, like being a manager, there's different type of managers. It's like general manager, sales manager, and it's just in different brand managers. So there is like a lot of opportunity to grow, she say. And basically I was just trying to make sure, like I even asked about the benefits. Like if you're part-time, you get like dental, vision, accident, hospital benefits. If you're working full-time, you get medical benefits along with those that I just said. And you also get like tuition assistance when you're full-time and things like that. But I'm working part-time, so I don't get all that. But I get like vision and dental, because I definitely need the dental and the vision. So I was kind of glad that I was able to talk to her in person, just to show my face and to just introduce myself and just tell her what I'm all about, what I'm trying to do. At the time, they didn't get the job posting uploaded yet. So they told me like, once they get that uploaded, go ahead and apply. So I'm like, okay, great. So I wanted to make sure that I talked to her before someone else does. So that happened, and then they did post the job posting, and then I immediately applied for it. And I gave them about like, I don't know, a couple of days, a day or a couple of days, just to let them know I applied. And they was really excited. And it's crazy because they said that they was going to call me at that day, but I called them. So it seemed like we're on the same page. So I feel like it was a good sign. The manager asked me when is a good day / time to do an interview. So then I was like, we can do an interview, because I feel like it was before my birthday last month. And we could do it, like, I think it was on a Tuesday in the morning when they opened. So we scheduled that appointment. So we scheduled for that interview, and fast forward, I went to the interview. Of course, I was dressing up like I'm already working for MAC, okay? Because she told me on the phone, like, how MAC girls look. Like, they're edgy, they wear fun jewelry, they may have this classic red lipstick, and, you know, just to represent MAC, right? So before my interview, I went to, like, Target where they had Ulta at, and I ended up getting, like, MAC's Ruby Woo lipstick, which is like that classic red. That is their iconic lipstick. And I ended up getting like a lip liner that's more the affordable side with Maybelline. And I ended up getting this eyeliner from MAC, which I love that eyeliner because it glides on very smoothly and it doesn't move. It doesn't transfer, because when I tried it on my on the back of my hand, and I gave it about a few seconds, and when I tried to scrub it off, it doesn't move. Like, no kidding. But I ended up getting that to do my eyeliner with, and I was getting ready for my interview. I put on that red Ruby Woo lipstick and just at least had some MAC products on. And I think I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, when I was talking to her in the beginning, the manager, she asked me, do I know anything about MAC and everything like that. I said, I know a little bit, but not as much. Like, when it comes to the product line, like, I know some products, but not all. And she basically asked me also, like, what are my favorite makeup brands that they carry. I mentioned Juvia's Place, Too Faced, Elf, NYX, Makeup Revolution. I think I said something else. I also said Urban Decay. Yeah, I have like a few makeup brands that I love. And yeah, she pretty much asked me about that. But anyways, back to the interview. So I went to the interview first thing in the morning when they opened. It's around 10 o'clock. And I was very confident about the interview. Like, I prayed, like, I told God, like, Lord, in the name of Jesus, please give me the strength so I could be able to answer these questions confidently. Let them see that I am the person for this job. So anyways, after I prayed, I just got this confidence, like, you know, everything's going to be okay. So I did an interview, and she pretty much asked me, it was very chill, it's like a chat, you know what I'm saying? It's like casual chat. So it kind of relaxed me a little bit. So she asked me questions about my experience, my retail experience, like Sally Beauty. I did tell her about my experience there. Like, Sally Beauty was more of hair. Like, the most popular thing at Sally is dyeing hair, like hair color, hair dye, things like that. And I have never dyed my hair before, so I have no idea of what bleach you have to use, because there's like different levels. I don't know how you're supposed to dye your hair. I don't know what type of other materials that you need to dye your hair. I don't know that stuff. So when customers ask me that, I just had to be upfront, because I don't want to give them wrong information, because I don't know. So I will just like take them to another person who knows that stuff, so that way they could give them the information. But that's how I handle it. And Sally did had makeup, but that's not the most popular thing there. It's not as popular as what Ulta is when it comes to makeup. So that was kind of like my area. I was like trying to find customers that's like into makeup and stuff. And it's kind of difficult buying makeup at Sally, because they don't have testers for you to like swatch to give you like a color match. So you just gotta go off based on the bottle. If you feel like it's gonna match, then you just gotta buy it. And if it doesn't match your skin tone, then you can just return it. So yeah, that's the most difficult part. But working at Sally is more about hair. She also like gave me like customer scenarios, sales scenarios. Like, what would you say after like you help a customer and they got what they need? What would you say afterwards? And in my best ability, I said, if a customer got everything that they need and you're just getting done with helping them, I will ask them, like, is there anything else that I can help you with? That's what the answer they were looking for. So I ended up acing that question. They also asked me about my team collaboration and like gave me a scenario like, what was a time where I was working with a team doing a project, and then for some odd reason there's a team member is lacking performance within the project, and it's kind of like going to affect everybody else, and it could be school work, whatever. So I explained one time it was like a school project, and some of the members, a couple members, they were not showing up to the meetings that we had, and it seems like they're not being very consistent. So I said, like, it's important to communicate to see what the problem is, to reach out to them and ask them what's going on, like just to get to the root of the problem so that we can be able to accommodate everyone's needs, to make sure everybody's needs are met. So that way we could like figure something out, so we don't have to, so it won't make a huge impact on all our grades. You know what I'm saying? Because one person, if they don't do their part, it could affect everybody, and we got to make sure everybody is on the same page. So I basically told her that, and they really liked my answer. So honestly, that's all I could remember about the interview. Like, I remember I answered all the questions with confidence. Of course, they asked me if there's any questions. Like, if you have an interview, make sure you come with questions, like no matter what. I literally bought a journal and I wrote down my questions. I wrote down like 5 to 6 questions. And it's always important to have questions ready. So let's say just bring a notebook. Make sure you bring like a notebook and write down your questions, so that way, because they're looking forward to you asking questions. It don't have to be a lot of questions, but enough questions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I can't even remember the questions that I asked, but it's about like, you know, the sales when it comes to Ulta. How does Ulta do their sales, and you know, things like that, just to get more understanding of how Ulta works and things like that. So I did ask them that, and I did ask a little questions about MAC. And oh yes, this is the most important part. Since I am interviewing for MAC, they asked me what did I know about MAC. And I remember like the history of how MAC started, because they started in Toronto, Canada by 2 Franks. And I found a very fascinating fact that they started in a kitchen. And the manager says she never knew that. So she thought that was very fascinating. And basically she told me about, yeah, if you're trying to like work for like a brand within like Ulta or whatever, they're going to ask you what you know about that brand. And you better make sure that you know something, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I just want to share that. So just in case, if you want to work for a brand, working at Ulta, make sure you know the brand a little bit, so because they're going to ask you. They definitely will. So be prepared. And I even forgot to mention the name of the position. It is actually called the Specialty Beauty Artist. That's what it's called on the website. But they also call it a Specialty Beauty Advisor. But for MAC, they call you MAC Artist. So basically, for MAC, you are an artist. So after that interview, I felt like I got the job. No doubt about it. So I was just waiting for them to call me to let me know that I got the job, because they did ask me about my availability and things like that. So yeah, that's what ended up happening. They said they was going to call me like a few days, but then a few days passed, and they are busy and everything. So it's like a week when I called them back to ask them for a follow-up, and they said that there was supposed to be a phone interview next. And I'm like, what? A phone interview? There's another interview? And I guess it was for like whoever works for Mac. I have to get an interview with them or whatever. But surprisingly, I didn't have to have a phone interview. I got the job regardless. So I'm like, thank you, God. So, yeah, that's how I got the job working at Ulta for MAC Cosmetics. Again, this is honestly a very huge opportunity for me right now, because just to start off, this is big. Like, letting people know, like, you're working for MAC Cosmetics and this is how you're starting off, trying to get your experience in, trying to learn more about the industry and gain more makeup product knowledge and things like that to build up your confidence and expertise. That is honestly a wonderful opportunity, and I am definitely thankful for God opening up that door for me to be able to get my foot in the door. And at the end of the day, like, it's all about who you know more than what you know. And honestly, if it wasn't for the lady that worked for MAC, because I know her, she pretty much recommended me for that position, and I feel like she played a huge part in why I got the job as well. So I definitely want to thank her for that, for sure. And of course, I thank God for opening that position like right then and there, because they said they needed someone for MAC, and everybody was very excited for me to be there. I felt very welcomed. People thought that some of the workers that were there that I know, they felt like I'll be a great fit for MAC. And I just took this all as a sign, like, this is probably what I'm meant to do, and being able to start pursuing my dreams and just do what I love to do, while also being a YouTuber, a content creator as well, because I enjoy this too as well. There might be times that I don't feel like it, but I still love making videos for you guys, and I really want to succeed in this for sure, because I have a vision of me I want to inspire a lot of people based off my personality, my transparency, and just, showing my regular self outside of makeup, even though I love makeup so much, because it's more than just a pretty face sometimes. And you got to be very real and to really connect with your community. And that's what I want to do, is really connect with you guys on a personal level. But yeah, y'all, so that is basically my story of how I am now a MAC artist for MAC Cosmetics at Ulta Beauty, working part-time. And I just want to see how well this all goes. I just feel like this is such a wonderful opportunity, and I still can't believe it. But I feel like I explained everything what had happened. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll answer your questions. If you have any, don't hesitate, okay? I'm friendly, I won't bite. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for just relax with me, chat with me, and listening to my story. And I just want to thank every single one of y'all for being here. Like, it really means a lot to me. And without you guys, I wouldn't even be at 400 some subscribers. For real. I'm going to see where this is going to take me. And I just pray that eventually everything's going to start taking off and I'll be able to be where I have always dreamed to be. So I just want to just give you guys some thanks and just be grateful for what I already have. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.